Okay. Welcome to Fellowship of the Golden Age, and we're having a very unusual um, podcast today. And with me, I have Anya and also Taurius, and wait, say it again, Gadrus.
Gedrus, super.
Gedrus. Gedrus.
Yeah. And Gedros is here, so we're doing a family fellowship of the Golden Age today. So it's all a little bit different. It's almost a bit like the Brady Bunch, if anyone who knows about the Brady Bunch. Like we've got everyone in their little squares, and yeah. So I chose you two because you're a couple and you're also, very big with family and everything like that. So I really wanted to sort of look at and explore, like, what Christhood is from the perspective of being parents and so on, and being a couple and all of that. But I thought, because I think a good place to always start is to think about, like, who the ascended masters are for you. And I thought maybe what we might do first is if you could just sort of say, like, what how did you find the ascended masters, and were you together at the time? And so I don't know if Taurius wants to answer first, because I know you're going to have to disappear in a moment. So
Yeah, I think it would be fitting that I would answer this question first, because I was the one who introduced Agne to Ascended Masters.
mhm.
And actually, I got to know the Ascended Masters quite early in my life. I think I was maybe 7
Oh,
years old. Yes,
wow.
because my mother was also a spiritual seeker,
Uh-huh.
and there was a tragedy in her life. Her younger sister committed suicide,
Uh-huh.
and that that gave an impulse for my mother to seek meaning in life, because the meaning then disappeared after this tragedy. And so she like grew up in the family where, like, it was like Lithuania was part of Soviet Union, so the official religion was communism and materialism and atheism. So basically, and so her parents were not religious, like, and so before that tragedy, she also didn't have any questions, but then she started asking, is it that, and that's just the life ends and stops. And so she started looking for answers. And then it was a time around that time that Lithuania gained independence. And so there was then religious freedom. There was no more this atheism is the state religion anymore. You could believe or look for answers wherever you want, and there was like this spiritual renewal kind of, and people were exploring all kinds of religions, and East and West, and Christianity came back. Uh, mm, like more than before, and my mother tried Christianity, but for a while, but uh, she didn't find all the answers there, and as she didn't have this Christian upbringing, that there was, like, I think, no attachment to believe in Christianity. Like when for instance you are brought up as to be a follower of Christian religion from the childhood. And so she searched and looked, and finally found the Agni Yoga Society, the Roriks Society, the Nikolai and Yelena Roriks. Do
The
you know
artist,
them?
yeah, the
So
artist, one, yeah.
yeah,
I love those paintings.
the painter who painted a lot of mountains from Himalayas, and they were also messengers for the White Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the masters dictated many books through them, mainly in actually all in Russian language. And so and that was it. She found all the answers there, and so that's how she introduced me to these same teachings. Of course, all those books were in Russian. I couldn't read in Russian, and there were like a few small books. One one book was prepared like all those teachings were put in abbreviated form, like the main thesis and everything, and translated in Lithuanian, and it was called the Legends of the Cosmic Legends of the East.
Mm-hmm.
The book was called, and it was really esoterical and explained many things, and I really liked it. I think I read it this book first when I was in the 7th grade,
Wow.
so that's quite early.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I felt some connection. It was familiar to me. Those concepts, it was in this book talked about karma, reincarnation, life after death, uh, the forces of darkness ruling the earth, and well, from the current teachings perspective, it was like more black and white and like more this epic consciousness, but masters actually explained that they did this because it was such consciousness that people could grasp at the time, and those teachings were given like quite a long time ago, before the Second World War. So that's and the ascended masters there were called Mahatmas. Okay,
Yeah.
and I will continue after a while because now I need to
Okay.
get this boy to
All right.
kindergarten.
Bye, Gudges.
So okay.
Yeah, yeah, and I can.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm Agne from Lithuania. Yeah, and I can a little bit mm, say about that cosmic legends of the East, because it was like it was the book Taurus gave me when we began to our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's you can know me when you read this book. To know about me a little bit more when you read this book.
Mm-hmm.
What I am mm, believing or taking as a truth. And I really was Catholic, very very deep Catholic, I can say, because I went to the church every Sunday and sometimes more, and prayed every morning and every evening. My parents are Catholics. My grandparents are Catholics too.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like normal.
Mm-hmm.
But I was the biggest Catholic from all the children my parents have. They have 7 children, so
Mm-hmm.
I was the most the best Catholic of
Okay.
the children.
And about how old were you?
When Taurus gave me that book, I was, I think, 19 or
Okay.
maybe 18. Maybe 18.
Yes.
Yeah.
Young, but yeah, still. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. We met first time when I was 17, so maybe 18. Yes.
Okay. And how did you respond to the book? I'm curious.
Yeah, it was interesting because I gave him some books from my perspective, and he gave me some books from his perspective, not only this one.
Uh-huh.
And for me was like really interesting to read because for me, I also had some questions that Catholic Church couldn't answer, and for me it was really strange one life conception, maybe, but I didn't question it.
Mm-hmm.
And in that book was like about more lives, yeah, about the different races, and yeah, it was really interesting process. Was going inside me, yes. And like because of books and other material Taurus gave me, I had really hard time. It was that I felt in one time I felt like somebody a base from the basement, how the base I stand on, somebody just
Yep. Yep.
pull out, or yeah, and deep hole was uh, under me.
Yep.
It was really dark time for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow.
I needed to build new identity.
So sorry, we just had a little break there. But
Yeah.
so you said that you went into a really you went into a really dark hole. Was that because you'd had such the strong identity with Catholic religion? Is that why it was so dark? Or
I never thought about this, but maybe in this life it was like this, that I had really strong, but like that in short term, because I had a very strong environment, Catholic environment around myself. And it was really not so easy to pull me out from this. I didn't want also um, give um, to give deep okay, deep
commitment or
no okay, skausmas, just pain, deep pain for my grandma, for my mother, because they are the very strong Catholics, and my mother really my mother really lived for 10 years in monastery.
wow.
My father pulled her out from the monastery before she gave that eternity, how to say that, nurse or monks, how give for all the time to be there. Yes, but before that, my father pulled her out of the monastery.
Oh wow. Wow. And then had a family after that.
Yes, so they have like together they have had 6 children.
Okay. So All right. So we'll move from that. So what I get a sense of now is like, can you describe, like, what you see that your divine plan has been for this lifetime? Like, considering that, you were guided to the masters, and so, maybe start from, that point, like closing down the Catholic side to the ascended masters.
I don't really know what is my all divine plan, yes, but whole divine plan, but I feel that it is to being between people and talking with them, to letting my light, my I am presence light to shine through me.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be in really different ways. I understand that very well, that I need to feel person and not to give too much. Yes, like not to give too much, but be open to give what he is needed through myself.
Yeah.
Not to think what I need to give for him,
Yeah.
but to let. Yeah, and it really, I really felt that flow a few times. I think when I was 18, also when you say something for somebody, yes, and you really never thought about like this,
Mm.
but it was the best thing to say for the person at that moment. So with the ascended masters is more, you feel more this.
Yeah. 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 It's funny, isn't it? Because we build up like a spiritual sort of self where, we think we have, these ultimate answers, and we think we know what's best, and it's about, I find it's about like letting that fall away, and to allow ourselves to just, yeah, let the expression of the Christ just come through us, and we don't know what that's going to be. We can't control it, and also we can't control how the other person is going to respond to that either. Like, that's, for me, like, that was the trickiest thing, is like worrying. I'd be able to do it, but then, when somebody reacted to it, I'd be like, oh no, they hate me.
Yeah, about reactions, really, it's interesting thing, because that when you let more and more that cells die, you feel uh, more and more at peace and have less and less reactions. Really.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, hi again, Taurius. Welcome back.
Fine.
um, so yeah, so what we're talking about now is, um, Agne has just talked about um, breaking free from the Catholic um, religion and the ties there, and coming out the other side to working with the Ascended Masters, and now we're just sort of moving on to looking at like your divine plan. Like, so, do you want to talk a little bit about, like, what you see, your divine plan, how it's been unfolding through your life? Because I used to think divine plan was just like, this is what you're doing, this one big thing. And now I look and I see, oh,
Mhm.
it's just, it reveals itself as you move through life. There's all these little stages of divine plan, really. So what do you see as some of your key stages, Taurius? And including that with, your relationship, obviously, and raising a family.
Mhm.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so I found the Ascended Master's teachings given through Kim specifically in 2009. So quite a while ago,
Mm.
and when I found them, I was quite excited. Because before that I was in a bit of I would say even depression, some kind of crisis in my life, and so these teachings helped me to climb out of that. And the first book that I read from these teachings was The Christ is Born in You, given by Jesus. I think it was like the very first book dictated by the Ascended Masters through Kim. And it was very inspiring to me. And I felt, when I read it, I felt, oh, I need, like, it's such a good message. I would like people in Lithuania to 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 hear it. And I decided that I will try to translate this book, and started doing that. Um, just at first, just in very small steps and very increments. Like, okay, but I should do it regularly. I decided, well, maybe I translate like one sentence in a day.
Wow.
But it will be a step. But very quickly, the sentence turned into a paragraph, then into a page, and like it was at first I was like translating the book, just writing down on in a um, like such such notepad,
Notebook.
not even on computer. Yeah, notebook. Um, just writing by hand, and the quality of my translation, admittedly, when I look back, it was quite poor. But it was a learning experience, and yeah, it was driven mainly by enthusiasm, and I felt that this message is genuine, and I wanted to share it with more people. And then it kind of that's how I see that uh, part of my divine plan.
Mhm.
This impulse to do this, and it started small, but it became more and more.
Mhm.
Like later, I finally finished this translating this book, and I wanted to find some company that would print and put into bookstores, but didn't find any. Nobody wanted. Like, it was a huge disappointment for me, because I was like, I had these naive ideas that if only people knew, if only people knew better, they would do better. But now I know that most people don't want to know better. So uh, yeah, so uh, many things changed in that regard. Now I look at this quite differently. That was a path to find peace, because it was, of course, my separate selves that also wanted recognition for doing this work, and validation. Yeah, that was coming from the ego, I think.
Okay, don't worry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that
Okay.
was going to happen.
Okay, Neptune, I can a little bit to come back to the divine plan and the family.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it's very. I very I have good eyes. Yes, very good. How to say sight? I don't know in English. Yeah, when I went to the doctor and they said, "Oh, you have very good
Vision.
eyes."
Vision.
Yeah, vision. You can be a pilot, and for me was really wow, wonderful. I can be a pilot, and I really thought about that and worked um, into that cryptis.
Direction.
Yeah,
Direction.
working into that direction a little bit. So, but when I met Taurus, uh, I I really felt that it is not my way to fly forth and here, but I really want to have family, to be on the ground and to be with a husband and children, and it's more necessary, more mm, more for me to have a family and to be on the ground, not to fly everywhere
Yeah.
with driving uh, plane. So uh, that feeling also gave me like to be with Taurus in the place we are now.
Hmm. And so do you feel like, yeah, that's like, a big part of your divine plan, like, was to create a family and raise the family, and also, so we're thinking about Christhood. So how do you see your roles in, I just remember Mother Mary in one of her dictations, and she said, like, she was talking about raising the Christ, and raising the Christ, just as she raised Jesus, but also raising the Christ in ourselves. So, as parents, like, what is it to raise the Christ in your children? Like, what is that for you guys?
Yeah, first of all, it's our example, I think. The most important thing is our example.
Mm-hmm.
How uh, one thing is that children hear how we do invocations or decrees, and when we have webinars, we also have webinars at home. They hear everything, and sometimes they join to speak or to be together while we are doing invocations or decrees. And other things is
They join
to
sometimes doing mantra.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they like mantras. Yeah, and but other thing is also we speak about reaction, non-reaction, about how to how to be in this difficult world, but also we need to be an example how to be and how to non-react. For example, uh, in the beginning, when somebody crashes for something like a cup or splits something, juice or water or sugar, it is a reaction. Ah,
Yeah.
what's happening? And like a few last times, it was for me that, oh, child split a sugar, Giedre split a sugar, a lot of sugar, and he was, ah, ah. And I said, take a brush and pull it out. It's everything okay. It's only a sugar. It's only sugar. So you don't need to be worried. So things are not so important here.
I like that. Okay. So what about for you, as you know, how is raising the Christ in your children for you, Taurius?
Mhm. And also, many things that Agda mentioned, those things, teaching by example as best as we can, of course. It's not we do so-called mistakes, but not every day you can be a best example. But then we also talk that it's okay to make mistakes, and you can do better next time. You can overcome your reactions and take responsibility for your reactions, because children, uh, you can see this tendency very clearly. Oh, my sister made me do it, like she made me react this way. And this very clear pattern, of course, many adults have it too, like we can see plenty of examples from politics and everywhere in society.
Yep.
And like, of course, when I remember my childhood, this consciousness was the same. And I thought as well, other people made me do it. It's I feel because of them this bad. And those teachings mainly, like, started challenging this belief that other people are the cause of your reactions, and made me realize that the reactions are inside, actually, and they are mine, and I must take full responsibility for them. That was one of the biggest shifts. And now uh, I accepted this idea completely and fully, and realized that the opposite just cannot be true. I now see it. Before, I understood it like intellectually, but now it's just like obvious to me. The reactions are inside of your mind.
Yeah.
It's
Taurius,
those
hold
separate.
on. Anya
Mhm.
wants to say something. So,
Mhm.
Yeah. I also want to say, in the beginning, when it is a little bit difficult to be with that, your reactions to solve it. Yeah, for me was like that. Sometimes I was something happened. I began to like yeah, to show and to to shout, yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, and later when I said see myself from the distance, it was like I began to shout, and then I stopped and said for my children, sorry, I don't need to do that. It's not necessary. I let my reaction to go out, and for children was like a little bit shock.
yeah.
and I said that I uh, please help me not to react like that. When I shout and don't stop myself, you can say, "Stop, mom. It's your reaction. You can change that." And really, when I started to see myself, as I said, from the side, I began. It was like shorter and shorter time when I began to react, to shout, or to say something not really funny, to stop myself and to apologize.
Yeah.
And now it's like everything goes. If sometimes something come out, it really stop really quick. But inside me, not go out
Yep.
at all. And I also said for my children, when I'm really tired, when I'm really hungry, when it's so unpleasant things going around, sometimes I'm really too mm, too mm, too weak to stop my reaction. But it's not about not about you. It's all about myself when I react.
Yep.
And we also teach them that when somebody reacts to them, it's not about them.
Wow.
They not need to take that reaction. So I don't know when they grab that, but I think they can have it earlier than we have.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's such a gift. Yeah, if you can teach that to every child, like imagine what life would have been like if we knew that, we don't have to like react to other people when they behave a certain way, that it's not about us. Like, yeah. Um, yeah, yeah. So, and then we'll probably sort of begin to finish off at about this point, but what I want to ask is also like what is balancing like the Christ in like the masculine and feminine in your marriage and everything, like what is it like for you two as a couple and as parents as well, because it's sort of multi roles there and everything, and I don't mind both of you sort of speak a bit or
Mhm. Well, Agne, do you have something to say?
I think everywhere, not only in our family life, for me is like to be a Christ. Christ have a different layers, yes, and we have a different different uh, also different levels of our Christ, and I think it's for me also like to being an open door, and that Christ in our partnership and as parents is to be open to let the Christ consciousness go in every situation, especially when it's difficult situation. You need to be to also to stop yourself, your outer mind, and to let that Christhood to solve situation. But it's not easy every time. It needs work. It needs to see what kind of separate selves disturb this, stop this, and I think when you are going the path with masters, it's easier and easier every time. So
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It does get easier.
Yeah, but and this question about the masculine and feminine in a family, I think we are really blessed that we together are in those teachings, because I know many people who have like their husband or their wife that are not interested, and I imagine it is much more difficult for them because they cannot have such good understanding with their significant other as we have. because we can talk about those things freely, and we can remind each other what is most important. And we study those same teachings together, and so there is, in that respect, understanding and harmony between us. And like there is I think because of the teachings we overcame like very big programming in society that displays the relationship between man and a woman kind of antagonistic, and kind of just seeking uh, something out of selfish motives, like what's in it for me. Like it's most of the relationship should be what's in it for me, what can I get from it. And to me it didn't resonate at all, never. Actually. And but uh, those teachings, they helped show that actually it is kind of perverted relationship that most people have, and that they think is normal. All this like bickering and arguing and like, well, it's just normal relationship, and they think it should be like that, and it's just normal. Well, women and men are different, and that's why they argue. But no, actually, it seems that they argue because they are in duality consciousness.
Yeah.
And we try to get out of it. uh, and uh, I understood, and it was like a big revelation that that we actually need this masculine and feminine balance. Uh, when we have that in a family, as we are blessed to have, we can be much more balanced, because naturally men have some qualities that are more like outgoing and stronger in some areas, but women have other um, qualities that have they are stronger in other areas. And uh, it is very good to to come um, to come to recognize where your wife is stronger than you. And actually I think she is now stronger in not reacting to children than me. I admit that. And actually I am very proud of my wife. She made very big progress, and uh, I I recognize that I am behind in this respect.
Yeah.
And she is an example to me.
Correct
And
me if
actually
I'm
I
wrong,
didn't
but
say that before.
Agna, I wonder if you'll agree with me. Like, I think women, one of the reasons why we can be so patient and, really work, learn to transcend those reactions is because, in a way, like, being put down as a woman and, pushed into the background, it's sort of taught us to sort of be patient and learn a different way. Like, it's almost like I actually don't think there's any difference between men and women, except what gets pushed onto us, what gets programmed into us. Like, would you agree with that? Or do you?
Can you repeat the
Oh,
beginning? I
okay.
don't really understood the beginning. I think you said that woman is like more because of
Be-
the society,
Yeah,
like more patience,
society.
or
Yeah, society sort of represses women. Like, so we learn to be patient because we were so repressed. We learned to be
uh,
patient. Like I'll
Yeah, but I don't know because I was born in a free Lithuania, really,
Yeah.
and when I was growing, women also was like becoming more free, and I don't know. I was really like, as I said, also like a good Christian and more. Good girl, but Taurus can, can say that I'm not really very easy woman because
Yeah.
I have a strong I had maybe and have also a really strong control self. I need to control everything and everywhere and everybody. That everywhere will be like. In everything will be in order as I want that everything will be would be so uh, uh, a lot of things to solve inside myself. I also have to uh, I can say that I'm really blessed that I lived in free country where it's not so much pressure. And now for men and women, yeah, there are, of course, but not so strong maybe as earlier.
Definitely, definitely. Okay. All right. Well, I feel like, we've talked for quite a while here, so I feel like it's like we'll close off now. So I'd just like to say thank you both so much for joining me here today, Taurus and Agne. And yeah, if you'd like to say goodbye too, we can close off. So
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Neptune.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Neptune,
that's okay.
for
All right.
Goodbye.
organizing this.
That's
Thank you.
okay.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.